Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Monday, February 10th meeting of the Village Board of Trustees. And would everyone please rise for the pledge to the flag?
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Will our very able and competent deputy clerk please call the roll?
Trustee Giordano.
Present.
Trustee Quigley.
Present.
Trustee Luisi.
Present.
Trustee Hayes.
Present.
Mayor Eklund.
Present. Under appointments tonight, which is the next item on our agenda, I'm actually going to hold this over. I need to speak to the individual first, so we're going to push that off. We have no special presentations tonight, and we have two public hearings tonight. The first is public hearing number 1, which is Local Law Number 1 of 2014, a local law authorizing a property tax levy in excess of the limit established in General Municipal Law Section 3-C. Do I have a motion to open the public hearing?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Trustee Giordano.
In favor.
Trustee Quigley.
In favor.
Trustee Luisi.
In favor.
Trustee Hayes.
In favor.
Mayor Eklund.
In favor. Is there anyone from the public who would like to discuss this? And since there isn't, I will just explain a little bit why we do this, and we do this every year. In order for the Village Board of Trustees to adopt a budget that would be in excess of the governor's mandated tax cap maximum levy, we have to actually pass a local law far in advance, which is what we're doing today. We have no intentions of exceeding the tax levy, but just in case, you never know, there could be some catastrophic reason why we would need to. So we're taking that preventive measure tonight. So if there's nobody from the public to speak on this, any of the trustees want to speak on it? So then do I have a motion to close the public hearing?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Trustee Giordano.
In favor.
Trustee Quigley.
In favor.
Trustee Luisi.
In favor.
Trustee Hayes.
In favor.
Mayor Eklund.
In favor. This brings us to the adoption, and I will make a motion to adopt local law number 1 of the year 2014. Do I have a second?
Second.
Trustee Giordano.
In favor.
Trustee Quigley.
In favor.
Trustee Luisi.
In favor.
Trustee Hayes.
In favor.
Mayor Eklund.
In favor. Public hearing number 2 is public hearing on a resolution in support of Chapter 433 of the Laws of New York, 2013, authorizing the Public Service Commission, upon application by the Village of Tuckahoe, to order costs for the infrastructure maintenance and access to be charged to all customer classes located within the Village of Tuckahoe. Do I have a motion to open the public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Trustee Giordano.
In favor.
Trustee Quigley.
In favor.
Trustee Luisi.
In favor.
Trustee Hayes.
In favor.
Mayor Eklund.
In favor. I'll explain this before I ask the public if they want to talk on this point. Every year, the Village of Tuckahoe gets an invoice from United Water, and it's about $160,000, and it's for fire hydrant maintenance. And what the governor passed legislation late last year, which allows us now to not have to collect that money and pass it on to the individual tax bills to the residents of the Village of Tuckahoe. What's going to happen now is United Water is going to collect their fees themselves. So they'll be doing their own bill collection work, and it's an item that we will not put in our budget. So as we do expect that the residents should see a slight decrease in their United Water overall cost, because what this allows them to do is to go ahead and share this cost burden amongst everyone who gets a water bill, whereas we now do not have that opportunity. So anybody from the public like to speak on this? Being there no comment, I'm going to ask, or do I have a motion to close this public hearing?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Trustee Giordano.
In favor.
Trustee Quigley.
In favor.
Trustee Luisi.
In favor.
Trustee Hayes.
In favor.
Mayor Eklund.
In favor. Resolution number 1 is in support of Chapter 433 of the Laws of New York, 2013, authorizing the Public Service Commission, upon application by the Village of Tuckahoe, to order costs for infrastructure maintenance and access to be charged to all customer classes located in such municipality. Do I have a motion to adopt resolution number 1?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Trustee Giordano.
In favor.
Trustee Quigley.
In favor.
Trustee Luisi.
In favor.
Trustee Hayes. Mayor Eklund.
In favor. This brings us to the adoption of minutes, the approval of minutes of the regular meeting of January 13th, 2014. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second? Second.
Trustee Giordano.
In favor.
Trustee Quigley.
In favor.
Trustee Luisi.
In favor.
Trustee Hayes. Mayor Eklund.
In favor. I'm going to ask our deputy clerk if you have any correspondence.
No, I do not.
Okay, well, you know what, I'm going to read one if that's okay. Because I have a letter and I promised Joanne Kennedy that I would read this letter, so Frank is going to be, he's going to be blushing in the back here. Dear Mayor Eklund, my husband Tom Kennedy and I were recently in Tuckahoe visiting my son. We arrived Sunday, February 2nd and planned to leave on Monday, February 3rd. Needless to say, the weather had other plans for us. At around 6 a.m. Monday morning, I heard the first sounds of the Tuckahoe snowplows going down Dante Avenue. Thereafter, the snowplows came consistently every hour to assure the residents that the streets remained passable and safe. The Tuckahoe Sanitation Department did a fantastic job all day until the snow stopped, and after, trying to clean up as much snow as possible. When cars moved from the parking side of the street, the plows came again to clear that side of the street. The next morning, I drove from Tuckahoe into Bronxville for some business. It was very clear when one municipality changed to the other. Bronxville streets were a mess while ours were clear. Sorry, Mayor Marvin. My congratulations goes out to Frank DeMarco and the whole sanitation department for doing a wonderful job. Definitely worth every penny of overtime. Thanks again, the Mayor, Board of Trustees, Frank DeMarco, and the entire Tuckahoe Sanitation Department. So it's we've had a rough winter so far, and it's kind of nice to go ahead and get a letter like that. So good job. This brings us to the first opportunity to address the board on anything on our agenda tonight. And being there are no comments, I'm going to move to our additional resolutions, and I have resolution number 2, which is authorizing the mayor to sign a consulting agreement between the Village of Tuckahoe and First Niagara Risk Management Incorporated with regard to healthcare reform activities related to changes in health and welfare benefit programs mandated by the Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
I'd just like to say that we did a very good job in negotiating this. We met with this individual who's going to handle this for us, and we pled our case that we're such a tiny municipality that they should be reducing the cost for the program. And they did, and then they did even more since we happen to be a member of a municipal organization in Westchester County. So it's very affordable, and we're going to move forward with this.
Trustee Giordano.
In favor.
Trustee Quigley.
In favor.
Trustee Luisi.
In favor.
Trustee Hayes.
In favor.
Mayor Eklund.
In favor. Resolution number 3 is authorizing the mayor to sign the fireworks performance contract between the Village of Tuckahoe and Fireworks by Grucci Incorporated for the fireworks event scheduled for Saturday, July 19th, with a rain date Sunday, July 20th. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
And July 19th can't come soon enough.
That's true. Trustee Giordano.
In favor.
Trustee Quigley.
In favor.
Trustee Luisi.
In favor.
Trustee Hayes.
In favor.
Mayor Eklund.
In favor. Resolution number 4 is authorizing the mayor to execute a revised retainer agreement with Harold, Salant, Strassfield, and Spielberg. A copy of the revised retainer agreement is available in the clerk's office. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Trustee Giordano.
In favor.
Trustee Quigley.
In favor.
Trustee Luisi.
In favor.
Trustee Hayes.
In favor.
Mayor Eklund.
In favor. Resolution number 5 is authorizing the mayor to execute a grant disbursement agreement amendment for the project known as Columbus Avenue Overhead Utility Relocation and Streetscape Restoration at Crestwood Station, Crestwood Streetscape. Copies of the grant disbursement agreement are available in the clerk's office. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
And I'll just mention that this is an amendment because we got an extension of time in it. So I want to thank them very much for granting us that extension.
Trustee Giordano.
In favor.
Trustee Quigley.
In favor.
Trustee Luisi.
In favor.
Trustee Hayes.
Favor.
Mayor Eklund.
In favor. Resolution number 6 is to approve and accept the lowest responsible bidder, Color Tone Audio Visual, in the amount of $64,225.15 for courtroom and media room upgrade and authorizing the mayor to execute a contract pertaining to same. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
And I think anyone who's watched a village board meeting for the last 10 years probably understands that
I was
this
gonna
is...
say too many years,
Yeah,
but-
long overdue. So it's a little pricey, but, which is why it's taken us some time to come to terms of putting this on the agenda. But I want to thank Frank DeMarco. He's put an awful lot of work into making sure that we're going to get, get a benefit and get what we pay for. So I know he's been down to Bronxville. This is the company who did the entire overhaul of the Bronxville Village Hall system. So we can't wait for this, I'll say that much. Thank you.
Trustee Giordano.
In favor.
Trustee Quigley.
In favor.
Trustee Luisi.
In favor.
Trustee Hayes.
Favor.
Mayor Eklund.
In favor. Resolution number 7 is to approve the new hire of John Saviano as an MEO driver for the Department of Public Works effective with the start date of tomorrow, February 11th, 2014, subject to a physical by the physician and fingerprint check clearance. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Trustee Giordano.
In favor.
Trustee Quigley.
In favor.
Trustee Luisi.
In favor.
Trustee Hayes.
Favor.
Mayor Eklund.
In favor. Resolution number 8 is approving payment of vouchers in the amount of $324,959, consisting of abstract number 32 for $271,088, abstract number 33 for $18,907, and abstract number 34 for $34,964. The three largest invoices paid were $125,504 from medical insurance premiums for the month of February 2014, $15,174 for membership in the Westchester Library System for the period January 1 to June 30, 2014, and $11,756 for electric charges for the month of December 2013. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Trustee Giordano.
In favor.
Trustee Quigley.
In favor.
Trustee Luisi.
In favor.
Trustee Hayes.
Favor.
Mayor Eklund.
In favor. Resolution number 9 is designating Friday, April 25th as Arbor Day in the village of Tuckahoe. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Trustee Giordano.
In favor.
Trustee Quigley.
In favor.
Trustee Luisi.
In favor.
Trustee Hayes.
Favor.
Mayor Eklund.
In favor. And that brings us to our department reports to the board, and we have nothing from the chief, nothing from our facilities and building inspector, but Department of Public Works has been very busy. Frank
Hey, Mayor,
DeMarco.
board members. I just want to say that I want to welcome John Saviano to our team. He'll be a great asset to the Department of Public Works. He's young, energetic, and he's also a local gentleman. So welcome, John. I also want to say that, while DPW was out there plowing, I asked residents especially to help us keep our streets clear from snow. What a lot of residents are doing is plowing, blowing, and also shoveling snow back into the street. And what that does at nighttime, it creates a hazardous and icing condition for everyone. So, if you think you're throwing the snow in the street so it'll melt quicker, it does just the opposite. It creates a hazardous condition. So I ask everybody to please, let's keep our streets clear of snow and ice, and let DPW do their work. I also want to say that we're really trying to clear our main roads, Main Street, Columbus Avenue, the Crestwood area, especially where the meter parking is. We're trying to make it safe for everybody that comes into our community, parks their cars, shops, walks safely across the street. We're trying to remove all the snow as it mounds in between the meters and the establishments. So I ask that you be patient with us. You know, a lot of this work is being done at night, and I know a lot of times the backup alarms are affecting people sleeping. We have been getting calls, but we're really trying to do the best we can. We are targeting certain areas in the middle of the night that we need to do at night, and then other areas that we could do during the day to save taxpayer dollars, we will do during the day. So we're doing the best we can, and I just ask that everybody just please bear with us. And that's really all I have to say. I just want to mention that DPW will be closed on Wednesday, February 12th, in observance of Lincoln's birthday. Thank you.
Thank you, Frank. Hope the men are getting some rest. I also noticed that it seems that the new office and facilities we have down there has been a big help for the men too, in resting between shifts and so forth.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, you've been in there, I gave you a tour. We have cots set up so men could work in shifts, take breaks, and we also have a great facility. Thank you.
Yeah, it's been a big change, so I'm glad that
It makes a
worked
big
out.
difference. Thank you.
Thank you. Nobody else. Chief said he has nothing tonight, so not many people here tonight. Miscellaneous business, our next village board meeting will be on Monday, March 10th, 2014. As Frank just mentioned, DPW is going to be closed on Wednesday, February 12th, in observance of Lincoln's birthday. The village offices and DPW will be closed on Monday, February 17th, in observance of President's Day. There will be a residents' community meeting on Wednesday, February 12th, 7 p.m., that's this Wednesday, and it's going to be held down at the community center. And finally, we also have a meeting of the Assessment Review Board, which is going to be on February 18th. They'll meet right here, and it's going to be between 5 and 9 p.m. So with that, it's going to bring us to our Board of Trustee member reports, and we're going to start with your Deputy Mayor, Thomas Giordano.
Thanks, Mayor Eklund. Just a few brief announcements. This month's zoning board meeting has been moved from February 12th to February 20th at 7:30 p.m. Planning board will meet as scheduled on February 19th at 7:30. The items on the agenda are an architectural review of 100 Main Street and site plan approval for 85 Yonkers Avenue. I'd like to take this opportunity to echo Mrs. Kennedy's sentiments and compliment Frank DeMarco and the whole DPW on the fantastic job they've been doing keeping our village safe and free of the results of the severe accumulation of snow and ice that we've had this winter. Again, it's noticeably different in other communities in other parts of the town. We are by far in the best shape of anyone in near proximity. So kudos to you and your team. You're doing a great job.
That's it. Thank you. Trustee Quigley.
Thank you, Mayor. Lots and lots at the library. I'll go over just some of the highlights that they'll be doing is on Thursdays, every Thursday through the month of February will be baby story time for kids from birth to 2 years. Those will be Thursdays at 11 o'clock. For the older kids, 2 to 6-year-olds, it'll be Fridays at 11 o'clock, again, through every Friday through the month of February. There's going to be a sing-along on Saturday, February 15th for kids 0 to 6 years old with Miss Elaine. And then some very interesting adult activities that are going to be coming up. One that looks especially compelling, it will be a reading and discussion program for adults that will be covering 4 Wednesdays in March, April, May, and June called Muslim Journeys, Stories of Today's Young Muslims. The Professor Jimmy Jones, who's chair of the Departments of World Religions and African Studies at Manhattanville College, he was also president of the Islamic Seminary Foundation, will be leading this. This is pretty serious. It's going to be, reading mandatory reading. It's going to be really counting people to come these 4 Wednesdays, but it should be very compelling given all the events that we read about and hear about every single day that's going on in the Islamic world. This is a way for us to learn something about this very important and compelling culture. In a little more fun area, on Saturday, March 1st at 2 o'clock at the Tuckahoe Community Center, the Friends of the Library are putting on a production from the Delaney sisters, Having Our Say, their first 100 years. You might remember this is a book that came out about maybe 10 or 12 years ago involving 2 African-American women who grew up in New York, One lived to be 103, one lived to be 101, and late in their life, they told their stories, and it was recorded. It made a great book. It was a great recording with Whoopi Goldberg voicing the sisters, and now it's going to be a performance on Saturday, March 1st, 2 p.m. at the Tuckahoe Community Center. If you're a self-employed business owner, you know there's lots of requirements coming up with the Affordable Care Act. On February 27th at 1:30 p.m. in the library will be a free session sponsored by the Westchester Business Council of Westchester and the Westchester Library session. I'll answer your questions, give you some idea of how to navigate the requirements of the Affordable Care Act. On a more personal investment area, trusts, and learning more about that will be a presentation on Wednesday, February 12th at 3:30 p.m. By Salvatore M. DiCostanzo, who's a partner in an accounting firm here in Westchester. He's a specialist in elder law, trust and estates, and tax law. Lots of things for people to have some knowledge about, so that could be important as well. And of course, it's tax season. Every Friday at the library from 10:30 to 1:30 will be members from the AARP Tax Aid Program. 10:30 to 1:30 on every Friday in February, March, and April, right up to April 11th. So there's plenty of assistance and give you answers and guidance on how to navigate through your own taxes. And I would just echo again how I think how clean our village has been with the snow and this ice, which is just the most massive buildup of ice that I've seen in years. And I guess what I'm asking the public is to have a little bit of patience, a little consideration, understand that we're a crowded village. There's only so many places that snow and ice can go, and we have inconveniences we have to put up with. And it's always fun to blame somebody else, but sometimes you just sort of have to deal with it. And we'll get through it. Spring is not that far away. And speak of that after you get through Thursday. But again, I think by and large people should be very proud of the work that's been going on keeping our village clean and passable.
Very true. Good words. Thank you. Trustee Luisi.
Thank you, Mayor. Tomorrow on February 11th, I'm sorry. David Osborne, who was an historian from St. Paul's Church in Mount Vernon, will be paying a visit to the seniors down at Father Hall to discuss the history of St. Paul's Church and the vast array of presidents who have passed through its doors, including George Washington, John Adams, John Q. Adams, Abraham Lincoln, and Franklin Delano Roosevelt. The seniors will celebrate Valentine's Day on February 13th with the pizza luncheon and musical entertainment by the Gregory Press Duo. Lastly, Jennifer Vetramil, the director of the Senior Center, would like to thank everyone who donated canned goods to the ECAP Emergency Food Drive, which was held during the month of January, and especially she would like to acknowledge the work that Bernice Yancey performed in orchestrating this effort. And I guess I'd be remiss if I didn't echo what my fellow trustees said. I'm going to echo what Trustee Quigley said, and that is patience. I know that people have been, the snow is piling up. Obviously, the snow's piling up, and obviously, where are we going to put it? If anybody has noticed, the snow is being right now collected over behind the casino, so please, that area is closed to traffic. It's a minor inconvenience to the residents of the village, and that's the best place for us to put the snow right now. It won't affect the environment. It's not being placed on the grass, so please be understanding. And we'd be remiss not to acknowledge the work that the police department also has been performing out there during these snow emergencies as well. I mean, those guys are out there in the middle of the night when we're all sleeping soundly in bed, making sure that the roads are safe. So, again, one of the issues that's been brought to my attention lately is, when it starts to snow, get your car off that side of the street because you will be ticketed. It's imperative that you do remove your car so that the streets are cleared. So it's very simple. Start snowing or you know it's going to snow, move your car. And that's all I have, man.
Words. Thank you. Trustee Hayes.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a few quick announcements. First, our Environmental Committee will be meeting next Wednesday on February 19th here at Village Hall at 7:30. And then our next tree committee meeting will be taking place on Wednesday, March 5th at 7:30 PM also. As well, I'm just continuing to work on our next edition of our village newsletter. I've reached out to a few of our department heads. Chief Peggy, Lieutenant Peggy got back to me with some information. I'm still gathering some other information, and hopefully within the next week or so, we should be completed. We'll have Camille and the ladies and our volunteers help to print and fold, and then we'll get them distributed, and then, of course, we'll have it posted on our village website. And also, of course, I wanted to thank Frank and your team for their phenomenal job, and of course, the police as well. Really, this winter, I mean, I've had it. I really have. And I work in South Mount Vernon, and I'm telling you, I can't even drive down my street. I work on McQuestion Parkway, and it is just, it's been a sheet of ice for a week. Our trucks get down because of the weight, but my little Volkswagen can't get down. I've been taking the train to work because it's just safer. So, but thank you both, and thank all of the guys and women for all of their hard work throughout these storms. I mean, it's not easy. And that's all I have.
Well, thank you. And I'm going to echo what everyone else said. Boy, see, I told you Frank could be blushing here, but I also want to mention too that anyone who's driven on the Bronx River Parkway or in Yonkers, where I travel to go to work, you know it's like a minefield out there with potholes. So we get on them as quickly as possible. If there is a pothole on your street and it's there for a couple of days, all you have to do is just call down to DPW, alert them to it, and we'll get out there as soon as we can. So it's a problem that everyone sees on the TV every night. We don't seem to have, knock on wood, we don't seem to have some of the giant craters. Boy, I'll tell you, if you were on the Bronx River Parkway heading south in the Bronx the other day, just amazing. So let's hope that this winter wraps up very, very soon. Apparently the groundhog doesn't think so, but let's hope. That's going to bring us to the second opportunity to address the board tonight. Would anyone like to speak to the board tonight? And if not, before we adjourn tonight, I would make a motion now that we move into executive session pursuant to sections 103 and 105 of the New York State Public Officers Law to discuss personnel matters of employment with the Village of Tuckahoe. Do I have a second for that motion?
Second.
Trustee Giordano.
In favor.
Trustee Quigley.
In favor.
Trustee Luisi.
In favor.
Trustee Hayes.
In favor.
Mayor Eklund.
In favor. And I will make an additional motion that we permit the Deputy Village Clerk and Village Attorney to attend the executive session. Do I have a second for that motion?
Second.
Trustee Giordano.
In favor.
Trustee Quigley.
In favor.
Trustee Luisi.
In favor.
Trustee Hayes.
In favor.
Mayor Eklund.
In favor. Thank you.